Good morning, friends. Welcome to goonlinetrainings.com. Lobby level now. So, we have to understand today how to do the preparation for the interview. So, that is what is very, very important. Agenda is how to prepare for the interview and how to prepare your CV and how to study, what to study, and where we are. Clear? So, all these points we're going to be uh, discussing today. Almost, I think already some of them have crossed more than 1 or 2 months, and hope you have studied. Hope you have studied uh, these topics very well. So, what are the topics you must study? So, as we said, compulsorily you have to study SQL Server very well. SQL Server, approximately some 45 videos, I think you got it. What are the topics that you need to study? SQL, you need to study compulsorily. There are some 35 videos are there. You need to study completely SQL, how to create tables, how to drop the table, what is a temporary table, what is the what is a temporary table, what is a CTE, what is a query. All these things you must study very well. Clear? So SQL Server, what are the things you need to concentrate on, first? So first one is that you have to know complete queries. Complete queries means I'm talking about basic queries. Okay. You have to know group by clause and having clause and aggregate functions, right? And we have string functions, aggregate functions, we have string functions, we have date and time functions. Okay, so date and time functions. So these are the functions you need to study. And after that, you have to know completely joins. In the joins, we have we have to put you need to know what is inner join, what is outer join. So all these things you have to know in depth, and you need to practice our case study. Outer join, right? What is outer join, what is inner join, and you should know cross join and self join. You cannot say I don't know this topic. These are very, very important after creating a table, dropping a table. So the next topic is you need to plan. Okay, so you should be able to perform all these things, and you need to study joins very well. The next one is that you should know subqueries. Okay, and co-related subqueries, and you have to learn derived tables. Clear? So you cannot leave this because it will take 10 days time if you only concentrate on queries. Queries, it will take minimum 10 to 12 days. Okay? So practice them without fail. And if you study, that is fine. But if you don't study, you need to at least start doing now. Queries is very, very important topic. So these are the things that you have to know. The next one you should know the importance of CTE versus temp table, right? Versus table variable. So this is one more video I spoken about it. You have to open this and you need to study. Then we have one more thing, ranking functions. Okay, ranking functions that you need to study as part of your queries topic. And later, next topic is CTE, common table expression, temporary tables versus table variable. So this will take maximum one class. One day it is enough, but you need to study and try to understand and do the implementation. The next topic you need to study you know, is that indexes. Okay, index is very, very important topic. It is only theory. You have to spare 2 days of time. Very, 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 very important topic. Double star, triple star, four-star topic it is. Indexes, what are the types of the indexes we have? Clustered, non-clustered index. In this, people are going to be talking about performance tuning. Okay. So performance tuning. So compulsory it is a double star, triple star, five-star rating topic. No coding and only no coding. Only you will have what the the theoretical sessions. Little bit of coding will be there. So indexes topic. The next one you need to study. You need to study what is called as stored procedures. Next topic you need to study stored procedures. So before studying stored procedures, you have to know something about T-SQL programming. Okay, T-SQL programming may be for 2 days. Okay, so T-SQL programming, it will be there some 2 or maximum 3 days of time. So and stored proc maybe some 7 days of time it will take. Clear? Then the next important topic they'll ask you, stored procedures versus user defined functions. Okay. So this is also I'll be talking about. So this topic is available in user defined functions. This is only 1 day topic. Okay. So SQL Server, you have to study all these things very well without fail. Clear? So user defined functions. So you know how to create a table, how to drop a table, right? So, and people may ask you what is the difference between OLTP versus OLAP. Already you know, people may ask you delete versus truncate. People may ask you how to remove duplicated data, how to delete duplicate rows. So this topic is going to be covered as part of my CT. So if you put some CTE temporary table, put 1 or 2 days here. So in this itself, I spoken about how to delete a duplicate rows. Clear? So these are the things that you have to know very well before going for the Power BI or MSBI interview. Clear? So on top of this, you must practice case studies. Clear? So without a practice, you will not be able to achieve because SQL Server is ongoing. I told you, right? It cannot be 1 day. Doing gym, taking a breathing, it is not one time. So every minute you need to breathe. Every day you need to go for jogging, gymming. Like that, SQL Server is ongoing till you get a job. After you getting a job, also you need to study a lot. So practice all case studies you must practice. Clear? All case studies. We have given you 3 case studies, right? School, and we have supplier, and we have iBank, right? So these are the 3 case studies you must implement. You take only one school case study. You study the complete queries. You take first school case study. You try to solve it. Try to solve it. It's very, very important to complete your SQL material. Clear? So this is what you must have before going for the interview. Now you try to understand how much of time you need. Clear? So you need to take the plan from today, because if you don't put a proper plan, definitely you will not be able to track. Wherever you are, again reset it and try to implement. Always queries, queries, queries. Okay. Then the next topic is indexes. Okay. Top 3 topics means queries you need to know well. And the next topic is restored procedures. The next topic is indexes. These are the top 3 topics. Okay. So that you have to learn. If you know these 3 things, any interview, you should be able to easily crack. So initially only 5 interviews you need to fail. Without failing, you will not be able to get a success, right? So don't be, worry about anything, because many of my non-IT people are able to crack, and they told me, sir, if anybody follows your videos, and if they take notes, 80 to 90% of interview questions they can crack themselves. So that is the feedback. I got it from non-IT people, people from B Pharmacy background, civil background, BCom background. Guys told me, sir, we are able to crack the interview. Now my salary is 14 lakhs. I'm having 4.5 years of experience. 4.5 years also completely not original, completely. It is not real-time experience, right? So they are getting large amount of packages only because of their studying my classes. You don't go for any books, and I'm telling you, don't go for YouTube and Google and look for interview questions. Never, never do that. So it will give you a lot of issues, and you don't understand many things from there. That is not very very important. People will upload, TCS interview questions, Capgemini interview questions. So it is a completely fake because they need views. They need views. If you click on Capgemini, same question will be there. If you click on TCS, same question will be there because no, questions are attached to the Capgemini because Capgemini will have an interview panel. For example, tomorrow I work for a Capgemini. I'll be there in the interview panel. I'll ask my own questions. Tomorrow I go to IBM. I'm there in the interview panel. I'll be asking my own questions. It is not a IBM interview questions, Capgemini interview questions. That is completely wrong. So never, never go into that kind of a trap. You study my videos. 80 to 90% of interview questions scenarios you will be able to easily understand, easily capture. You should not be in a hurry. Day one onwards, they'll say, you take 1 more month extra, nothing to worry. You take 2 more months extra. If not 3 months, take 1 more month extra. Take 2 more months extra, but you create a plan. You try to implement everything properly. Clear? So that is what is the first thing that you need to study as part of SQL Server. Now, the next one you have to study as part of Power BI. So in the Power BI, people will ask you, at least we are going to be getting the Power Query. So how do you do the transformation? What kind of a data you have it, and what kind of a reports you have created? So Power Query, the next topic they will be focusing more on this. So it is again double star, triple star rating. Clear? So DAX you need to study, and whatever I taught them for 10 days, you must practice them. You tell them that this is what I have implemented in the current project. If they ask more, you tell them that I never implemented, because 100% within 3.5 years you will not be able to implement. Even I have 20 21 years of experience. I never implemented lot of things. I never written a single trigger in my 20 years of life in my SQL server. We never implemented triggers. So like that, we never implemented a lot of concepts which are available in SQL Server. So don't worry. You should not say that. You should not reveal that. You should not think that everything you need to study in day one itself. Whatever we discuss, you have to practice them. If they ask anything else, I never implemented that function. I never implemented this, but I know these things only we are using. Clear? So Power Query, you give less importance, more importance of the DAX. Plus, you should know the Power BI service which are we going to be having, and Power Query level, that is DAX level, that is, and Power View level. So not Power View. So Power Pivot level. Power Pivot level, they will ask you a lot of questions about relationships. Okay. So relationships and modeling is very, very important. You concentrate on one to one, and you concentrate on 1 to m. Clear? You concentrate on many to many. All these things they're going to be asking you. In the DAX, they'll ask you some questions like, what is the new column versus new measure? Clear? New column versus new measure, something like that. Where did you implement related function? Where did you implement a lot of other function we have, right? So how do you get last year sales and current year sales, or how do you get year on year sales? How do you get year on year growth? So all these things we have covered as part of our DAX. You have to work and practice more and more DAX, and whatever we discussed, that we need to know clearly. And Power Pivot, So the modeling part they will be asking, you have to concentrate on this. So power pivot only, actually this topic is going to come. Okay. So one is called relationship and the second one is called, this is, topic number A, we can say. It is topic number A, this. And in this, we'll have topic number B, that is a tax. Okay. These two comes under power pivot module. So that you have to know clearly. And in the next module is that we are undergoing now, power view. So in the power view, people are talking about what of the types of the visualizations that you're going to be used. Okay. So what is a slicer? What is this one? What is that one? What is a histogram? What is a pie chart? What is a card? So a lot of things we're going to be discussing further. Types of visualizations that you have used it. How the interactions are going on. People compulsorily will ask you how to edit interactions. Clear? So edit interactions, everything, and whatever currently the topics are going. The next one is that you people are going to be asking this topic. We're going to be covering probably next week. Then a Power BI service. Okay, Power BI service means how do you deploy the all the reports to the cloud. Okay. Power BI service means how do you deploy to the cloud, how to schedule refresh options, clear, how to use the gateways, all these things we are going to be covering, right? And we are going to be using different schedules at different gateways and what is a row level security. All of them we are going to be discussing as part of this. And you have to know very well row level security, refresh options, schedule refresh, because always we click on refresh, we will be able to get the fresh data. So refresh schedules, how do you put it, and how do you create, subscriptions, lot of things. How do you send the reports automatically to the end users, and all these things we're going to be covering as part of this. So these are very very important things that you need to topic, that you need to have. Power BI service versus cloud. Then a common topic, how do you improve the performance of Power BI reports. It is a common topic everywhere I was giving. Instead of this you do this, instead of that you do that, caching, lot of other options. So improve performance of your package, performance of your uh, report. If the report is low, how do you do that? We will also discuss about some more points about this. So these are the things that you need to know as part of Power BI, right? Power Query, lot of transformations they may ask. What kind of a transformation you have used it, and what kind of a, how to remove the duplicates, how to merge the field, how to, convert the column, how to apply data types, right? What is the difference between duplicate and reference, right? So all these things are going to be asked. What kind of a string function you have used it, and what is the difference between transform tab and add column tab. So all these things are going to be asked as part of our query. So maximum stuff I think we discussed. Clear? So that is what is very, very important, guys. And you should be able to also, study them like this. So it is very, very important whenever I say interview question in your, video, maintain a separate notebook or a separate notepad or MS Word document, write interview question from this topic. This is what sir told. This is what is the question and this is what is the answer. This is what is the question. This is what is the answer. So if you don't have any answer, just leave it and at least write the question first. When you write the questions, you have topic wise interview, questions are get prepared, and you can also share it with others, and others also share it can me. So I can also prepare a question bank and redistribute it, right? So whatever you can answer it, you can answer it. Whatever you cannot answer it, that again we can discuss here and there. So one or two questions, at least 10% of the questions you may be getting extra that even I wouldn't have covered, and you may be getting from elsewhere. Or I would have copied, I would have, taught you lot of interview questions in the class itself. Don't leave my videos and go out of the videos. Don't go to Google and YouTube, right? So many people I had seen, they'll be searching and searching, searching and searching and downloading each and every video. That is waste of time. So can you download all the data from Google? You cannot, right? So Google will have thousands of Power BI interview questions. Google will have Power BI, lot of videos. So don't go into that. Only you watch. Don't download it. Only you watch. I never download any video. I simply watch it and I take the couple of notes. I capture the video link. So this is the notes taken by. This is a YouTube link. I'll copy that link if it is. If it is, I'm liking. Otherwise, I never download the video. It is waste of time. Clear? So I read some articles, I'll prepare the notes. So that is how you need to prepare. So this one as well. Clear? So Power BI. So they should not take more than some 20 days to prepare, guys. Again, you have to start preparing them. Clear, guys? This is what is called this one. And the next topic you will be able to get is data warehousing. Compulsorily, you will get a lot of questions like what is a dimension, what is a fact, and what is the types of dimensions that you have. So people types of dimensions, compulsory questions, types of facts. You cannot run away from this. And people who did not attend a data warehousing will have the class, no worries. And what is a star schema, snowflake schema, all these things in depth I had, given star schema versus snowflake schema, compulsory question, right? So all these will be answered in the data warehousing. It will be for some, 5 to 6 classes, I think we have. So you have to, put some time because interview level, you have attended some data warehousing and everything, right? So second day, second time also you need to visit what is a dimension, what is a fact, what is the types of dimension, what is a role playing dimension, what is a conformal dimension, what is a, junk dimension. What are the types of the facts? What is a fully additive measure? What is a fully semi-additive fact? So all these things are going to be covered. What is a star schema? What is a snowflake schema? And what is the size of your data warehouse? Okay. What is the size of your data warehouse? And how many dimension tables you have and how many factor tables you have. People would ask you, okay, what is the schema that you are using? Schema means star schema and snowflake schema that you are using. What are the, uh, what do you say? What are the tables that you have? People would ask you tables and table names. Table names and relationships also, how each table is linking to one more table, because when we have the data warehouse will have dimension tables and fact table. All the relationships are going to come there as well, one to one, one to many, many to many. So these are the things you have to know. Then we will have one more topic called tabular model cube. So this is some 2 3 days topic only. So you should know how to create this cube and a tabular model cube. So we will have at least 3 classes on this. This is very, very simple one, not very complex one, and how to use them. So this will be for 3 days. And what is a cube? Why cube? What are the, you know, so this one, why cube is important and what is a cube? Okay. So why we are going to be using tabular model cube, and we have actually two types of cubes. SSAS is having, SSAS is a MSBA topic, right? It is having two cubes. One is called multi-dimensional cube, and it is going to be having tabular model cube. So I'm talking about a tabular model cube for MSBA. It is MSBA topic. SSAS means clear. So that is what you should know. In SSAS, we can create two types of cubes. One is called multi-dimensional cube. The second one is called tabular model cube. So this I'm going to be discussing if you join MSBA class. If you join MSBA, we are going to be having SSIS, SSAS, and SSRS classes, right? So in SSAS, I'm going to be covering multi-dimensional cube. Clear? If you join Power BI, if you join Power BI, I'm going to be covering, tabular model cube. Okay. So all the tabular model cube and SSAS cube Both of them are coming from SSAS only. So this we're going to be covering as part of Power BI for 3 classes. Very, very simple and very, very easy. But people will ask you, do you know how to create a tabular model cube? Why it is need to be created? Okay. So all these things you should know. And the later you have to prepare SSIS. Clear? SSIS is very, very important. SSIS live classes itself is, 25 classes. Live classes itself is 25 classes. So SSIS is currently, batch is going on. It will get over. Again, the new batch is going to be starting. So SSIS, the timing will be, so 9:30 a.m. only. Okay, 9:30 a.m. So you can, join the next batch, or you take a break and you can, join after 1 month also. So don't be in a hurry. I'm telling you, don't be in a hurry. You lose everything. Concentrate on only these first: SQL Server, Power BI, data warehousing, and this one. If you need some break in between, you take 1 month break, then you join SSIS. Or if you're not able to join SSIS, at least buy some videos. Okay, buy videos and practice them. Clear? Buy videos, or we have live classes also. You can attend and practice them without fail. So that is what is. So here they'll ask you what are the control flow, okay, versus data flow, right? What kind of a sources you have used it. So you can tell them that I'm getting the data from flat file, Excel, and some data we're getting from MySQL and Microsoft SQL Server, blah blah blah. Clear? So you should be able to tell them that. And do you know what is incremental loading and what kind of a incremental loading you have performed? Incremental loading means using lookup transformation, using merge, using CDC and SCD, all the transformation you should know very well. And they will be talking about, do you know how to implement logging? So we have ready-made logging, and we have customized logging, compulsory NTV questions. Okay, customized logging. Then they will, ask you how do you deal, how do you deal with the, okay, how do you deal with the bad data? If you get a bad data, how do you, deal with the bad data? Then you should be able to say, how do you deploy your SSIS packages? Deploy SSIS packages and how to troubleshoot them. How to troubleshoot means if you get any kind of an issue, how to rectify that, how to troubleshoot the SSIS packages. And you should be able to say, and how to improve improve performance of SSIS packages. Okay, how to improve performance of SSIS packages. So you need to concentrate on this. Okay, so these are very, very important topics that you have to know very, very well. What are the transformations that you can take it? Okay, so what is a lookup transformation and what is a conditional split transformation, right? So like that, people would ask you, what are the, cache modes or cache modes? What are the cache modes? Okay, in lookup. So very, very important interview questions. Lookup, condition split, a derived column, right? Data conversion. All these things are going to be used. Clear? So this is what is called very, very important one. So that you should know very well. Clear? So these are the topics that you have to study. If not, don't be in a hurry. I'm telling you, you take 1 more month extra. You take, nothing will happen. You take, 2 more months extra. Don't worry. But daily you have to have a SQL Server plus one extra. SQL Server you need to practice daily. Plus either you need to practice SSIS, you need to practice SS, data warehousing or Power BI. SQL Server is continuously you have to practice. SQL Server you should not leave till you get a job. After getting job also, you will have 60% of the work is going to come from SQL Server only, right? 60% of the work is going to come from SQL Server. Remaining 40% in Power BI, MSBA, data warehousing, blah, blah, blah. Clear? So till you get a job, after you get a job, you have to study stored procedures, indexes, queries. These are the top three topics. Top three means what? What are the top three in SQL Server? So queries, okay, you should know very well. Stored procedures and indexes. These are the top three topics that you should know very, 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 very well. Clear, guys? And apart from that, you need to spend. So SQL Server day 1 to till you get a job. After getting job also, you have to study a lot. Then along with SQL Server, 1 week or 10 days Power BI, 1 week or 10 days data warehousing, like that. So tabular model cube, again 10 days SSIS. Along with SQL Server, this preparation has to go, right? So you never worry, because sometimes you'll be preparing for something, you will be forgetting about something. So don't worry about whether you forget or not. When you open the notes, you will be able to get the proper knowledge. It is important that you have to prepare your own notes, because watching video repeatedly will not be, the good choice. You need to have the proper, this one, that is for sure, guys. So this is the things, the content wise. Once it is done, then you have to prepare a CV. Clear? So what is the experience that you need to have it? So